Thanks for joining us. This week, we're going to be traveling from Middleport to Brockport, which is just about 28 miles along the Erie Canal. If you were with us in real time, if you saw our video last week, you know that we have in real time finished the Erie Canal. Go back and check out episode 13 where you can see us actually wrap up the Erie Canal. We finish, we stay there, we get to see the locks from a whole different point of view. It's really impressive to see how these locks work and how they move boats in such an efficient manner back and forth to get them through the locks. We've seen everything from big, massive cabin cruisers to sailboats. When we finished the last 5 locks, before we got into Waterford, we were actually going through the locks with 2 young ladies in kayaks. So if that gives you any indication of just how different the scale is, you could be in there with a 70-foot cabin cruiser, or as we were, with a couple of nice young ladies just out for a nice afternoon paddle in a couple of kayaks. So if you haven't looked at it, go back and look at episode number 13. It'll give you some good information about where we wrapped it up. But today we're going from Middleport to Brockport again. It's about 28 miles. One of the things we didn't realize before we started this trip was the enormous amount of cooperation that has to happen between the bridge tenders, the lock masters, to get people efficiently through so that they can keep moving in an efficient manner on the canal, because their boats traveling both eastbound and westbound. We were traveling eastbound, or downbound as they call it. So when you get close to a bridge, you call the lift bridge. So this is a lift bridge. They literally lift the bridge. You talk to them over the radio, you tell them which way you're headed.
Thank you, buddy.
And then they will give you a green light when you're good to go. You can hear there's a boat coming at us. It'll be going westbound. We're going eastbound. Matt, the lock or the bridge tender, is letting us both know, hey, there are boats coming in both directions, so give me a second and I'll get the bridge up. They have to stop all of the traffic that crosses over this bridge. This is the Knowlesville Bridge. They have to stop all of the traffic so that they can lift the bridge for us and this other oncoming boat. In the meantime, you see us here, we're just marking time in the water, trying to keep the boat straight while we wait for the bridge to lift up so that we can pass through. It's not especially difficult to hold the boat still. There's not a ton of current, there's not a lot of wind inside the canal, but it can make for a little difficult if there are other boats around, or there happens to be a little bit of wind. We were fortunate here. Matt, the bridge tender for Knowlesville, is also the gentleman who would meet us in Medina, a little bit further east on the canal, and give us some great information. He was just a super sweet guy. These tenders can run from bridge to bridge, and when he finished his last bridge, he met us in Medina, gave us information about the town, some of the history.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it, buddy.
A hand-drawn map of where we can go to eat.
Guys.
If you like Italian food, or pizza, or coffee, or whatever. Just a really sweet guy. Just one of the benefits of being on the canal. We're continuing eastbound on the canal. We're headed toward Lock 30. You see, there's another lift bridge that Matt had open for us, so we just scoot right under it. The nice part, Matt being one of the really good bridge tenders, he lifts the bridge for you. Then he jumps in his car, no joke, jumps in his car, races forward, and when he gets to the next bridge, he opens it up for you. Here's just an easy, leisurely view of what it looks like as you're on the canal. It's really just beautiful and quiet and peaceful, and we've seen tons of wildlife, deer and all kinds of birds and eagles galore. We've seen so many different eagles. The water literally looks that clear almost the whole time that you're in it. Very rarely does it get ruffled up because it's so protected and it winds around so much. Here we are in Medina. That's an old postcard. This is what it looks like in modern day times. A gorgeous town. They call it the Canal Port Medina. This is where we docked. We just tied off for a little while here as we went through the town, just kind of checking it out. We went to a bakery, had some coffee, walked around. Medina is known for a bunch of different things. One, Underground Railroad and abolition. You see the buildings there. The sandstone is very unique and very specific to this part of the Erie Canal. And as they dug this out, it became very valuable to have this sandstone. It was transported all over the world. A lot of the buildings that you still see in Medina have sandstone as their base, and it's just beautiful. It's just what you would picture as a picturesque New York town along the canal. Just gorgeous. Everywhere you looked, it was just another beautiful building. People were super friendly, easy town to walk around in. That's the old train depot you can see there. Just really a great little town, a sweet stop on the canal. Frederick Douglass spoke at a church there. They have plaques all over for some of the historic stuff that goes on all along the canal. You'll see it everywhere you go. Those are some of the canal boats that you can rent and traverse the canal. They only go about 6 miles an hour, about what we do, but it's a great way to see the canal in a very easy, slow pace. The canal was rebuilt and expanded soon after it was completed. That was one of the original viaducts right there that you can see. So the canal used to travel that way, and they would pass trains over top of there, but that has since been shut down. They don't use it anymore, but it's just a great reminder of what it looked like. We pull into Holley, New York, just for a tie-off, because there are waterfalls that you'll see very shortly that you can walk to. It's a gorgeous little town, incorporated back in 1850. This is us outside of the waterfalls. It's beautiful. This is what it looks like. There's a gorgeous park there. It is a strong waterfall. I dunked my head in it, if that gives you any indication of how much fun I had there. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's loud. There's a gorgeous little park right there that you get to hang out and enjoy it. All right, it's gorgeous. And I'm going to stop talking in just a minute so you can hear just how loud it is. But I'm going to give you this. The Village of Holley hosted an annual, quote, County Squirrel Slam from 2006 until 2016, a squirrel hunt. If I'm lying, I'm dying, I swear to you. A squirrel hunt that raised funds for the village fire department. The event went off, according to the historians here, went off without incident for 6 consecutive years until, wait for it, somebody said, I don't think that's good. There was a big protest outside the Holley Fire Department to protest the event, a bunch of lawsuits. Due to the controversy, Squirrel Slam, as they call it, has not taken place since 2016. So, if you're looking for fundraising ideas, maybe you want to stay away from Squirrel Slam. That one's been tried. This is Holley. From Middleport to Brockport is only about 28 miles. Just to give you some context, we traveled at about 6 miles an hour. So, as you might imagine, it is a slow process. There is lots of time to sit and look and read and understand the history of the Erie Canal. Again, I've mentioned it, but this is the 200-year anniversary. There are banners and posters and flags and burgees for your boats. You can see the rock there. All of this, again, was hand carved out. So it's just a testament to absolute willpower and sheer determination to do it. Just to give you an idea, there are 34 locks on the Erie Canal. There are 16 lift bridges, the bridges that have to go up before we can go through, and over 200 bridges from end to end. We arrive in Brockport, where we're going to spend a few days. There is a welcome center for people traveling along the Erie Canal. This is where you tie your boat off. They have power, free bikes, bathrooms, showers. It's a gorgeous little walking town. It was incorporated back in 1829, 4 years after the completion of the Erie Canal. It covers 2.2 square miles. We were fortunate during the time that we were there. They had an enormous art festival that had food and crafts and all kinds of stuff. You could walk for almost the whole 2.2 miles and see different stuff. It was gorgeous. It's not a very populated place. There's only about 2,000 people that live there. And I think all of them showed up for the fair, for the art fair that day. It was gorgeous, great weather. We walked around. A gorgeous lift bridge bookshop is right there. It's just really beautiful. Really a cool little town. And again, here's one of those Erie Canal boats that you can rent and tour up and down the canal. This is us. We're once again going through another lock. This will be lock number 30. You can kind of see how the entrance is right there. There's all kinds of good information as you're pulling in. It tells you what the next lock, eastbound or westbound, is. It'll tell you how many miles you have to go, how many feet above sea level you are, and how far they're either going to drop or raise you. And again, as you can see here, when you pull in, you grab a rope. Char grabs a rope on the front. I grab one on the back. The lock master will then start dropping you down for us. This is about a 9-foot drop, so it's not very big. As soon as we're at the bottom, you can hear the gates start to open. And as soon as the gates start to open, we will push off the wall and be on our way. Hey, thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Join us next time as we continue on our journey through the Erie Canal.